Tuesday night, the time is right. Grab a seat, growing live tonight. Golden glory tales untold. Legends rise where the rivers roll. Flash in your pan, come on in. Where stories start and the fun begins. Treasure hunters, miners too. Tuesday night, we're here with you. From the creek bed to the claim, digging deep, chasing fame. We got friends from far and wide, so hit that chat, don't be shy. Flash in your pan, come on in, it's the resort and the funding. Treasure hunters, miners too, Tuesday, we're here with you. Who's got payers, got gold? We do. Who's got stories never told? Let's hear 'em. Who's here for the biggest prize? Tuesday night, Hangout Live. Flash in your pan, come on in. Where the stories start and the fun begins. Strike and venture to survive. It's Tuesday night, Hangout Live. Let's get digging.
Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night, the time is right. Grab your gear, let's shine that light. Stories, laughs, and tales untold. Talking treasure, chasing gold. Flash in your pan, it's the place to be. Hanging out with friends like family and pan the dirt. Hear the tales, strike it rich, you just set sail. Tuesday Night Hangout Live. Legends told and secrets shared, miners, diggers, all who dare. From deep in the hills sees a river wide, we're talking gold, the good times tonight. Flash in your pan, it's the place to be. Hanging out with friends like family and pan the dirt. Hear the tales, strike it rich, you just set sail. Tuesday Night Hangout Live.
Got a golden story tonight, I do flash. Let's hear it. You ever found that dream of the low, still thinking but never too old?
Flash in your pan, it's the place to be. Bring your stories, come join the spree. Lift your glass, let's all unite. For Tuesday's Hangout, let's go tonight. Welcome to Tuesday Night Hangout Live. Let's get this party started.
Hey everybody, hope everyone's having a very good Tuesday evening, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday morning for our friends down under. Today's adventure. Hello, welcome Jason AU Colorado, Billy Rusty Nugget Prospecting, Kevin, the Canadian Hillbilly, Jennifer. I thought I saw my friend Sam in here. Hello, Sam. Say hi to James for me. Chris Roberts, Bold Lion. How you doing, brother? Hey, you guys prospecting. Good to see you, Charlie. Mr. Lodak, the world's greatest moderator, and all my lurkers out there. You know, I love my lurkers. JP Lonzamore, Kevin, Gold Hunter 77. Good to see you. Jimmy says howdy. Well, howdy, Jimmy. Good. Can't wait to see you guys on the river. Bill, good evening. Tonight we have a return guest with us, our friend Carlos Miner from Gold Rush Whitewater. Really enjoyed the last time he was on. I'm 100% positive I'm going to enjoy this one. I want to say a quick thank you to everyone over at Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, and other podcast sites that listen to the show's replay. They're always available over there to listen to while you're working, playing, driving, doing whatever. When you can't watch it, you can still listen to it. I'd like to welcome any lurkers. No pressure to chat, but everyone in the chat room are really great people. They don't bite hard, I swear. Might nibble a little, but of course it'd be all consensual. Me too, Jason. Me too. David Nelson, good to see you. Kristen. Oh, well, that's okay. You know we love our lurkers, Kristen, and we all have to work. You are 3 hours behind me, though, so I definitely understand where you're coming from, girl. JP Lonzamore, got Carlos in the chat. Qvas Prospecting. I'm sure I butcher your name, and I don't know why I can't tag you in chat. I don't know. It's one of those things, YouTube's mysteries. But I'm as excited as some of you are out there for this guest. Like I said, I really enjoyed his last visit with us, and I know I'm going to enjoy this one. So with no more further to do, like the guy said at the end of the song, let's get this party started. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night Hangout Live with your host Ed Marvin. Tuesday Night Hangout Live is a Flash in Your Pan production.
1 second, Carlos. Hey, John Hanson. Carlos is the man. And now he's a legend. Joe Dirt Treasure. Hey. Welcome back, Carlos. Welcome.
Thanks for having me back. Thanks for having me back. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. What the heck have you been up to since the last time we've had you on?
Well, the last time we just finished our last season, just last summer, just past this summer. And like I had to tell you, it's every season's a crazy season. As you can see on TV, we're just a working train wreck. You know what I mean? I'm like, how are they going to pull this off? And we always pull it off. I mean, holy moly. So it's just been one of those seasons again.
So there's no more Gold Rush Whitewater? That's it? The last season?
Nope. Just this past season, what I meant.
Oh, okay. So you do have another contract. You do have another season coming up?
Well, we never know until the last minute. That's just the thing. That's how I live my life.
Oh, wow. Those guys at Discovery or Raw TV, who's your production company?
Well, the production company is Raw TV. Raw TV has been a spectacular production company. They are pro Whitewater. They love Whitewater. Discovery, of course, Discovery has to do their due diligence, making money. You know, that's just how it goes. They have to bring what the viewer wants. So what they do is they have to air our show first. They air our show first, and we're going to be coming on this season after Whitewater. Oh, let me introduce you real quick. Right before let me show you my family. They're
yeah. Here, let me put you up center.
Okay. As you guys remember, my wife Teresa.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello, and Teresa.
And my little girl Lolly.
Hi, Lolly.
Hello.
They're about to go out and they're about to let Daddy have the whole house to myself.
Well, like you said, you just got back from Washington in the Pacific Northwest, down in the lower 48. So I'm glad you had a great trip, though.
We needed to come back home last week. That's what I'm thinking.
Very nice to meet you. Enjoy your time.
It's good seeing you again.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, Moms.
We might have my granddaughter sneak in behind my green screen, too. You never know.
Yeah. So, what you call it? Yeah, so what was we talking about before?
About the next season coming up.
Oh, yeah. So we don't know. So they have to air our show first, and this happens every year. They have to air our show first. And then within the first 5 episodes to see what kind of ratings they get, then that's when they start putting the adding machines, click, click, click. You know, this is all assumptions, but we don't know until after the show and see how it's likable or not. That's when they'll give us the green light. And last year, they gave us the green light right at the end of the winter. I mean, literally the beginning of the spring. So everybody had to be shaking tail to get up to Alaska. Thank God that I live here already.
Right. And you're only up the road or down the road, not too far from the claims in
That's
real.
Right. As a crows fly or as eagles fly, like you were saying, I'm talking about maybe about 20 minutes away.
Yeah, but driving, you're going to be like me. It's going to be like 2 hours.
You got to drive. You got to drive to the lake. And then you got to freaking get on that airboat and you got to take an hour airboat ride up through the worst freaking river ever. So.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty treacherous.
Oh, my gosh. That river takes lives, you know, and unfortunately to say, God rest his soul. Yeah, I mean, we had a fatality last year, not on the show, not on the show, any credits on the show, but like as a local that's been here forever, you know.
Okay, so I knew about Fred, so they were a local there
And
in
there was a local.
Haynes.
Yep, there was a local in Haynes. That river, man, is just unforgiving. That river is unforgiving, and no matter how many times you that you get complacency with that river, you think you made friends with that river, it's gonna turn on you.
Well, you know that kills you. You know, if you get panicked, that kills you. And
Yeah,
if you get too complacent, you know, the ocean will kill you, the rivers will kill you, the mountain will kill you. You got to keep your wits about you.
you have to.
But that's easier said than done sometimes.
Exactly. It's easier said than done, especially when you start seeing color in that pan. It just puts the devil in you, man. You just want to keep on going and going and until something happens, you know. You got to keep your wits about you. You got to keep your wits about you no matter what. I'm saying goodbye to my little girl here.
Oh, cherish them while they're that age. They grow up way, way too fast.
Oh, and you know, she hates spring and she hates summer because that's when daddy has to go. We love winter. We are the only locals in Haines, Alaska, the only family that loves winter. We love a long winter.
Oh, really? Aren't you Mexican though?
Yeah. Hey,
what the heck's wrong with you? You're a Mexican, man.
Hey, we got used to the cold. We just came back, just like you said. Just like you said. We went to Washington. We just came back from a tour. We went to Washington, the Gold Rush, the Gold Show in Monroe, which we met a lot of great people. Then we headed to Idaho to visit my son, my oldest son, and his family. And then we went to California. As soon as we landed in California, yeah, I think it was 75 degrees, man. We started to melt. It was so doggone hot. 75 degrees is way too hot for us. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here. Hey, here's someone you know. He's from Gold Rush Whitewater, that guy right there. Alaska Gold Hunter. I believe he was probably down in Monroe too.
Yep, he was down in Monroe as well. Doggone right. Love you, Justin. Miss you, buddy.
Yeah, I've been trying to get that guy on. He just plays hardball all the time.
That guy works all the time. Let me tell you.
I gotta do what you gotta do while you can still do it.
You got that right, amigo. You got that right.
Now, I know this is kind of a rehashed question that was asked back in 23 when you were last on. But how did you first get involved with Gold Rush Whitewater?
Well, I'm a diver by trade. Worked in the Gulf of Mexico, South China Sea, you know, working on the oil rigs down below. You know, just your regular blue collar worker working underwater pipes down below. So I got married, and my wife did not like that kind of lifestyle, you know, in, out, all over the place. So right. I got out of it, and I couldn't get a goddamn job anywhere. So I can only do diving work. So they needed a diver for Gold Rush. They needed a diver to go do some diving, and I jumped at it. I didn't even know what it was for. I just said yes. If it's working in the water, yes.
Sign me up.
They said, oh, it's treacherous water. As long as it's in the water, I can do it, you know. And I'm not being full of myself. It's just, as long as it's in the water, I can do it. I mean, I've dove as deep as 650 feet. But let me tell you, that 5 feet of white water come rushing down at you, that is scary. Ripped my mask off, I think, when that first season. I was like, holy crap, what the hell
Yeah,
did I get myself?
you get too high up in that hole, out of that hole, and yeah. See, I told you my granddaughter be in here sneaking a peek.
There you go. Grandpa's
Nice.
work.
She just made a mermaid. Say hi to Carlos, honey.
Hello,
Say
Sammy.
hi to everyone in the chat. You know it's showtime and my live light is on. So, love you, girl.
How awesome is that?
It's totally awesome.
And believe it or not, I got a granddaughter that age as well.
You know what? No matter how much I love my children, grandchildren are so nice. They
Oh, that's
come,
awesome.
you spoil them, you send them home.
Exactly.
It's like when I had my Action Sporting Goods store, Carlos, my son worked behind the skateboard counter for me. And I did a lot of stuff with Woods paintball, Woods ball and Mill Sim. And even though, yeah, I skateboarded too, but my son would say, why are you so cool with all those guys? And they think you're all cool and stuff, and you treat them different than me. And I'm like, that's easy, son. You're my boy. I love you. I care about you. I'm responsible for you. When they leave here and stop spending their money and leave here, I'm still cool with them, but heck, they have their own parents.
Right. Absolutely.
You I think about all the time and worry about. So Retro Radical, if you're out there in the audience, just know I love you, son. So,
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah. I got a lot to think about. Doing the stupid stuff, doing the dangerous stuff. I mean, let it be known. I mean, gold is great. Family is twice as better than that. I can't spend the gold
have
if
to
I'm not
agree.
around the family.
Yeah, can't spend the gold if you don't make it back, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And family helps you, keeps your wits about you,
Yeah.
making you want to come back down off the mountain out of the river. Now, since you've got bitten by the gold bug, you think you're a confirmed miner now, even after like, let's say there is no next season of
Right.
Gold Rush Whitewater? Will you be like Justin or Kayla Johansson
Mhm.
and
Well,
still be
if
a
it-
miner?
I think it'll be more of a hobby than not so much providing bread, for the family, you know. Uh, but let me tell you, there were some years ago when I first started it, before the bug bit me. I was like, no way in the world I can be doing this. But the one that got me hooked, believe it or not, and we're still talking about family, is I took my daughter down just panning, just for the heck of it. And boy, she just couldn't get enough of it. I mean, especially when she start finding pyrite and whatnot. This just happened a couple of weeks ago, and
Cool.
she just couldn't get enough of it, literally. And then she started finding these bright, shiny rocks, like these little crystals, and then that was it. And I just said, like, hell yeah, And people recognize us what we were doing. She goes, "Hey, apple didn't fall far from the tree." And I just like, hey, this stuff, I mean, it's great because you're doing it, you're not like you actually have to pay admission to do it, and we live in Alaska. We got tons and tons and tons of things. And it's just the avenues are there. Even at the Gold Show, I was talking to some guys doing with the radar detector. What am I looking for? The word with that
Metal detecting?
metal detector. There you go. With a metal detector. And I was talking to some guys and that they were doing tailings and they were coming up with these beautiful pieces of gold. And my little girl just got a metal detector just the other like couple of months ago, and she can't stop doing it. So I just
you know what? With a lot of those old bucket line dredge fields,
exactly.
they're anything bigger than that classifier went right out in the tailings, and the lowest stuff closest to the bedrock is now on top.
Exactly. So. Are you folks hearing me? Don't get me wrong. The dredging is freaking awesome, man. But God, when all these people started coming to me at the Gold Show and they're just telling me all the adventures that they're having and everything like that, and especially what put the freaking cherry on that freaking cake was that my little girl wants to do it. 7 years old. I says, yes. I mean, we live here in Alaska. Might as well take advantage of that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, as far as me trying to do it, even if the show was to end, I will still continue to do it. But as far as trying to make till I hit it big or try to make it the main means of bringing bread home, to feed the family, I'm going to have to get a solid paycheck somewhere, just to do that on the side.
Right.
You
do have to pay your bills.
Got to pay the bills. Gold is at almost $3,000 an ounce now, or what is that?
Mr. Lodak, what's gold right now today?
I think it dropped a little bit.
Oh, you know how it goes. It goes up, it goes down. 28.86.
Oh, it kind of went down a little bit, didn't it?
Thank you, David Villa. Jason AU says 29.04.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's I like that 29.04 better.
47 in Australia. Mr. Lodex says 2,907.82 cents open market. So,
well, there you go. And that's gold at an all-time high. Holy moly.
Yeah, right. Good to see you, Josh, Beyond Sight and Sound. Has an awesome show in the metal detecting community right there. Let me see. I didn't star some questions, but there's been quite a few. Oh, Jerry's in here? Yeah. My friend Jerry from California Motherlode. That guy right there, Carlos. Toledo Jazz, Dano and I went down, took a trip to the Motherlode. This guy right here, California Motherlode Prospectors, Jerry, great guy. Him and another friend of ours, Todd, his channel is America Prospecting now. Used to be Top Cat, but they put a meet and greet on the river for us on the South Fork Yuba River. We had a chef there with barbecue chicken and ribs. There were people came down from Washington, Oregon, Nevada, all around to play with us on the river that day. Yeah, great trip.
Yeah,
Jerry.
I would love to go to California to dredge. It would be an all-time dream to go to California to dredge those creeks, just to get rid of all the lead and all that junk that's in there, to get rid of all that. Let's go clean up California creeks and rivers, let's just go do that. That'd be our first priority. And then whatever the byproduct is, bonus on us, right?
Well, I think you can now get permits to do environmental cleanup dredging in California.
That's the best thing to do it. Like I said, anything that comes with that's a byproduct. That's bonus on you.
Right.
That right?
Exactly.
You guys know what I'm getting at with that, right?
Hello, Annie. Got a nice crowd in here tonight. Gotta get caught up to the comments. Okay. Now, since the last time we talked, what's the biggest challenge of dredging for you in extreme conditions like what you have up in Old AK?
Oh, where we're at right now, this new we're on Nugget Creek, and it's just a creek full of gold, but for some reason it has its own world up there, its own weather. And boy, man, when it rains, it literally when it rains, it pours on us. It pours. I think that creek is like at a 35-degree slope. I mean, that whole creek. So when the water comes down on us, it comes down hard. And that's the thing. How can we continue to operate and at the same time be ready to get the hell out and save our equipment first? Without no equipment, if we lose our equipment, that's it. We're done.
That's true.
That's
true.
it. And if you guys seen it before, where we lost our equipment, we broke our equipment, and we had to salvage our equipment, just to make it.
And you lost your whole landing and the boardwalks and all that stuff.
Everything. I mean, Alaska's not forgiving. This is a beautiful, beautiful place, but God, at the last minute, it'll bite you when you're not looking. It's just, it's just that. It's just, and of course, you don't want to get hurt and everything like that. And that just, it shows you the kind of temperament I work with, the guys that I work with. Of course, we get pissed off. We get pissed off at the goddamn, that the universe just taking a shite on us. And then at the same time, we're yelling at each other because of that. But at the same time, we still, get on our knees, wipe ourselves off, and get back up and go to work still. So that's
right.
That's what I love about the guys that I work with.
Can't let Murphy keep you down.
Oh, I tell you, Murphy freaking hates us in this place.
Yeah, Murphy can be a real pain in the keister, can he?
Oh my gosh. Just like at the moment that we're getting somewhere, we got to take 5 steps back because of Mother Nature.
Oh, well, I could imagine. If I remember right, there was a time you guys were pretty much on bedrock. You got high water, a storm, maybe even a landslide up and the blew out, if I remember right. And it filled your dredge hole all up. That has to be one of the worst right there. Which time?
Right. We've done it so many times. And believe it or not, I'm going to let out a secret, and probably Raw won't like it. It happens so many times. Raw just don't want to film it no more because you guys seen it all the time. You guys seen it all the time. It's just like nobody wants to see another hole filled in, another hole filled in. It happens so many times that they're just going to say, you know what? We chewed this gum enough and it's just getting too tiring. Just do your best to clean it back out real quick, get back at it to work. And then as soon as you clean it out, we can start again,
Well,
And
I think we could, and a lot of people in here make content, right?
yeah,
So I'm sure they could understand a little where Ra's coming from, because you can only do so many angles of a dredge or a hole or your
sure.
nozzle, and the mishaps that go on, and then it gets kind of mundane, and you always trying to figure out different camera angles. And those producers and cameramen, boy, I don't envy their job
Oh
whatsoever.
man, there's only a few cameramen in our production company that can actually do the job. Few, and the ones that've done it, I'm gonna say out loud as Ready Randy. We call him Ready Randy. Man, that guy films everything. He always catches a shot. Always catches a shot. And holy moly! And the thing is, all the craziness can't be caught on camera because the cameramen, because of their safety, because of the safety, the cameraman can't follow us everywhere. And the things that happen to us without being on camera, you wouldn't believe it. We would be telling you the truth, and you'll be saying like, "Oh, you guys are BSing us," because no, it happened. It's just like you coming across Bigfoot, having lunch with them, and if it's not on camera, people will think you're an idiot. Like, yeah, right. You know what I
Right.
mean? And this happens to us on a daily basis. The camera crew cannot follow us because it's too dangerous for them. And it's not that they don't have the nerve. That's one, they want to keep their job.
Well, their union safety reps or
Yeah, they're saying
whatever, or OSHA, MSHA,
all those,
no.
all those. Anybody out there that has to deal with some kind of safety ones, any kind of safety, you know what I'm talking about. And these guys, these camera guys that wants to go out there, man, they have some steel. I mean, nerves of steel. But the thing is, they gotta abide by their safety regulations if they want to still continue to work.
Right.
So it's
Well, I'm sure they bring in like AVs and stuff.
yeah, and sometimes they try to catch us with those drones and everything. But this is another thing too. Those drones, the canyon is so narrow and so deep that it's embedded with a lot of iron and whatnot, and it just screws up the drones' freaking frequency. Sometimes they lose the drone and they're like fighting it, like, oh my gosh, I lost it. And sometimes, believe it or not, this is the behind the scenes kind of deal. The drone's frequencies messes with our frequencies that we use as the winch.
Oh, with the winch?
Yes. Sometimes we're just like, why ain't the winch coming up? Why ain't the winch coming up? And it's because whatever frequency the drone is using, they have different modes and whatnot.
I could understand more like with your communication gear.
No.
But it messes with your winches?
Yeah, because we do it by remote. So it interferes with that too. So we're in the middle of something and we're getting like pissed off, like, why? And our winch is working up. We need to come up, and when we're saying it's the drone. So, that poor drone operator, man, he's getting a lot of flack from us and saying, like, shut it off. But at the same time, we need it up there so, to catch the footage that, no one else can catch.
Right.
So it's like a double-edged sword, of shite, man. You're just like, damn it, the hell, damn it, why didn't you catch it? Damn it, the hell, get out of my way. Damn it, the hell, why didn't you catch this moment, So it's just like, we're sorry at the end of the day. I know you have a job to do and blah, blah, blah. Sorry,
Kevin's, all those winches and cable systems are incredible.
Oh, man. And believe it or not, man, that's the brainchild of Dustin Hurt, man. Dustin Hurt, man, the way his mind works out of the box scenario, nobody else would think it would work. And he comes up with these schemes that's out of the box. And holy crap, man, he pulls it off. He pulls it off, you know?
Sometimes you have to think out of the box, you know?
Everything we do is out of the freaking box. I never think it would work. And you think I would learn by now, like, what? Really? You know?
This guy right here that I have his comment tag,
Uh-huh.
American Gold Prospectors, that's Brian Wilder.
Oh, yes, Brian. Yes, Brian. What's up, amigo?
So
he was trying to get up. I thought he was going to try to make it up here to Haynes because he usually passes by a couple of 100 miles when he goes up north, but he never really made it down this way.
Yeah, it's just funny how he went from working on pardon me, on Vern's Dredge to Raw Television or whoever production company he works for, saying, come work for us. And now he's on the other end of the camera doing a great job. Brian's good guy, really good guy. If you haven't met him in person yet, Carlos, Brian's a class act. He's a really good guy.
Well, if he heads up north, I think he gets close enough to Haynes Junction. That's about as close as he can get here when heading up north, man. Maybe we can stop. Maybe we can meet somewhere up in Haynes Junction or Whitehorse, Yukon.
Well, he does go to 40 Mile River once in a while, up to Chicken area, if I recollect right.
Yeah, well, you got to go through those areas, and Whitehorse, Yukon is only about like maybe a 4-hour drive when the weather's good.
Now, do you use bush pilots at all?
The bush pilots that we use is Dustin Hurt and Paul Richardson and James Ham when they drive their freaking boats. Those as bush pilots as it gets. And I'm telling you guys, I mean, you think that I'm freaking like making this up, but just the freaking Uber ride to work, man, is scary enough, man. Scary enough. And I wish I can let you know. I wish I can let you in on that little secret that seasons that's going to come up and how scary those freaking boats are. And I tell this story every freaking time. And you're going to see how scary those boats are. You know, that's just holy freaking moly, man. These guys, man, deserve a freaking awesome part of their resume for being a freaking airboat pilot, you know?
So it's like a airboat like you'd have down in the bayou or something?
Yeah, it's like an airboat.
It's not a jet.
Nope,
like you'd find on the Rogue River or Clackamas or something like that. It's hydrofoil, huh?
It's an airboat like you see in the bayou, you know, just that.
Oh, wow.
Man. And they haven't made yet, and I say yet, they have not made an airboat that can freaking withstand the punishments of this river. You know, they have not yet made an airboat that freaking hard yet. We're working on it. Dustin Hurt's working on it this year. So hopefully we get a chance to freaking try it out. I mean, that river eats up boats. At the end of the season, the boat is just like, it's taking a hell of a beating. And I mean a beating.
Now, so you guys are long past the zip line across the canyon.
Yeah.
That was up on Haynes Creek, wasn't it?
That was over there in McKinley Creek, yep.
McKinley Creek, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's upriver a little ways, or up Cripple Creek a ways, right?
Yeah,
then Haynes
that's
is a trip to Cripple Creek?
That's see how I can put it. Nugget Creek's that way. Haynes Creek is that way. You know. Yeah.
And
just
they're both tributaries to
yeah.
Cripple Creek.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's just
and all of that, as the crow flies, is only about 20 minutes from where you're at right now.
pretty much. If I can fly up there, I took a small helo from our local airport and cut through the valleys and everything like that, and it took us about 20 minutes. It literally took us 20 minutes. If I can drive up there, if they put a road from my driveway straight, I can make that about a half hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they can't. It's like, go this way an hour, go back this way an hour.
No.
Then go upriver in a jet boat, in a airboat for 2 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Kevin says Gold Hunter 77. He's from Southwest Oregon on the coast. Just have Paul Richardson flying on his ultralight.
You know, the funny thing is, man, those Texas boys, man, Paul and Wes, they have those freaking Fandangle ultralights or fixed wing, whatever you want to call them, sport planes and all that. I would not that I don't trust them. I hate to fly. I can't stand to fly for nothing. I won't get on.
Really?
I hate it. 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 And the thing is,
that's a shame. I love it.
No, I won't get on if I don't have to. But they've been trying to get me on there and everything, and they did a couple seasons. They brought those planes over here to fly. But the thing is, these valleys are so freaking, they have their own weather system. So they're talking about turbulence and everything is just too disastrous for them to fly in these freaking canyons. And then when the canyons are nice and the weather is nice, permitting for them to fly, they don't have a chance because they're freaking working. We're working.
Right.
I mean, our summer is nothing but freaking work. You know, I mean, people always ask me, are you fishing? Are you fishing? So I got a 16-foot boat in my backyard I had for 5 years, and I have not been on it once. I have to beg my neighbors, please take my boat out. Give me 15 pounds of fish if you catch it, you know, and then we'll call it straight.
Dang. Don't even get to enjoy your own boat.
There's like 100 hiking paths in our town here alone, and I have not been on one of them. When I come home on the weekend, my wife says, "Let's go on a hike," and I get a little bit peed off. I go, "What? You think I want to go hiking? You know, on my day off?" And I do this every day, and she is trying to understand and everything. No, I mean, hike for fun for me? No. I think it'll be a long time before I do any kind of hiking.
But it's part of your job every day.
You know, and the thing is, I remember people will be coming up to me and says, "Hey, I got some scuba gear. Let's go scuba diving." I go, "No, no. Don't get me wrong. I love to work under the water. You know, it's just, I can do it. And I feel proud of myself that I can work under the water. But doing it for fun? No. No.
Nope. Not at all. I can understand that, though. I don't think anyone here hikes for fun.
I know there's people that love to hike for fun. Oh my gosh. But I just took my little girl for the first time, man, to Disneyland about a week ago. And holy moly, man. My knees and my freaking hips were on fire after 10 hours. My little girl hung in there for 10 hours straight. You know what it costs now to take a family of 3 to Disneyland now? So I
Way too much.
yeah. So I made sure I made them get every penny of laughter out of that freaking Disneyland.
Actually, Carlos, when you were standing facing the main gate, I was raised 1.25 miles due north of Disneyland.
In Anaheim. Holy
Yes,
moly.
sir. I could watch Disneyland fireworks from my bedroom balcony in my parents' 100-year-old house, 9:35 sharp every night.
Well, I bet you're
That
happy.
was our nightclub before we were old enough to get in bars. We'd have a friend get a motel room and we'd pimp some alcohol, get drunk like rock stars, sneak into Disneyland and
That's
pick
awesome.
up on tourist chicks, or if it was a hot local chick, I'd put on a fake Aussie accent.
How awesome is that?
The good old days. But I claim Washington State as home.
Oh yeah, I get you.
I moved from that rat race in mid-ish, late 80s, and went to the foothills of the Cascades, went from Anaheim to a little tiny hamlet in the North Cascades in Skagit Valley, and I haven't looked back. I won't live in a city again.
Oh
No
no.
way.
That's what I was gonna say.
way.
I bet you're happy you don't live there now, because my son, he used to live right down the south of that in Laguna Hills. Had his family of 3, and boy, man, they were having just a hard time, with nickel and diming it. And that's why when he moved to Idaho, it just all changed for him. It just changed for him, and they couldn't be more than happy. And when we were in Idaho, if anybody from Idaho is listening, that whole state, everybody in that state, me being the first time there, is very scary, nice. Everyone, nice. Time that we land in the airport, 2 hours to where he lived at, everywhere we stopped, man, these people were nice. So it gave my wife, because she wants to live down there in the lower 48. I call it the bottom 48. To be closer to I don't know, to everything else, to everything else. And I said, well, maybe we can dream about it. But I think that state, people are nice. Holy moly.
It's even nicer than those Canadians.
The Canadians are pretty peeved off at us right now. So,
well, yeah.
But the Yukoners, they're freaking nice, man. I mean, every time we go down to the Yukon and kick back at Whitehorse, they're just as nice as well.
What, Kevin? You never flown in a plane before? Jeez. I love flying.
I lived my life. I lived my life in helicopters. I lived my life on planes. Oh,
you're also service too, so.
And something happened. I had a bad experience in the Marine Corps, and after that, it just all changed for me. I just can't stand being on the plane. Even like the jets that we flew in Alaska Air, my wife has to hold my hand every time we took off, every time we land. If we hit turbulence up there, like hard turbulence, forget about it. I'm freaking a wreck. I can't. And that's not even counting these small little scary bush planes that we call to fly out of our little town,
Right.
These little, oh my gosh, they scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah. Oh shoot. I work with a gentleman, Jack Frank. He might even be in the chat because I told him you were going to be on, and he's like, "Oh, I'd like to catch that show if I remember." But um, he was an airborne, and he like shattered both his ankles and broke a bunch of bones in his leg because of his parachute and his rigging and stuff. And I'm sure he's like you, don't like flying much anymore. So, well, I don't want to know what happened to you that made you get that way. I personally love it, and I've had some scary turbulence, more on big planes. Like one time flying into Denver, our plane dropped. It seemed like hundreds of feet, just like a rock. That kind of scared me. That was a little too much of a e-ticket ride for me. But yeah.
When I worked in Louisiana in the Gulf of Mexico, and if I had to go back home to California, I'm either driving or I'm either taking a train, a 3-day train ride before I can get on the 3-hour plane ride.
I like trains. Trains, you see a lot that you'll never see from the highway. You just kick back, enjoy the ride. Trains are nice.
We got this we got this crazy freaking kamikaze helicopter pilot named Jag, and he's a legend over here. He's a legend, and every time he sees me come on his helo, man, he does this wicked smile, and I'm like, oh my god. And then Dustin comes on, you know, and everybody's just coming on to see my expressions, and holy moly, I freaking hate it every time. Like every time they say, like, hey, who wants to go on a helicopter to go do some freaking prospecting from the air? Nope.
Nope, not me.
Not me. So somebody can take my sleep. Nope.
I have yet to fly in a helicopter. Only thing about those, when they drop, they drop. Can't really glide them down. But to be honest, I'd still love to go up in a helicopter just once. And I don't know, I'm still stupid and crazy and a little bit of both. I still want to try skydiving at least once. Static line or tandem, just to do it.
No, that's not me.
Carlos is like, nope, not me. Since the last time you've been here, how has your gold prospecting approach, dredging approach evolved over the years? Because the first time we saw you, you were like green as green could be.
Right. You know, I've learned a lot from the guys. I learned especially from James and Wes and Paul Richardson. They have a lot of years to them, and they eat, sleep, and I mean, just like talk dirty about gold, you know. And I learned a lot from those guys. And the thing is, right when I think I got a handle on it, I'm like, okay, you know, the gold's going to do this, the gold should be here, and all that kind of stuff. Gold pulls a fast one on me, you know. Everybody's seeing where I had that. I found that we found that freaking big nugget, right? That 5.85, like almost 6 ounce nugget.
Ooh.
Well, that freaking thing wasn't supposed to be where it was supposed to be. You know, I mean, does this make sense to anybody? You would find that everybody did, especially me. We was on bedrock. And the bedrock had a hole in it, and I was standing in this freaking hole, and everybody was going to the bottom of this bedrock. You know, it was narrow, shallow, and everything like that, and we was trying to hit it. You know, gold has to be at the bottom. That damn thing was on a shelf, like shoulder width on a shelf. It wasn't at the bottom of the hole. It was just on the shelf. And that just kind of threw me in one. I was like, God dang it. And what's that? What do we say about gold? Like gold is
where you find it.
Yeah. So, so that's become my new approach. I stopped mind boggling my head and saying, well, the gold's going to come this way. The gold should come this way. If the river is at its highest, it's going to hit this freaking bank and it's going to push all the gold. For me, if they pick a spot, I'm getting in the water. I'm going to find gold where it's at. I to do that detective work, it makes my head hurt.
Now, when you say ledge, was it a bedrock ledge or was
yes,
it like
it was a bedrock ledge. It was a bedrock ledge. Everything was bedrock, and we was cleaning it up. And that damn thing,
and you were down much more.
Exactly.
And it's up here just saying, hey guys.
It's up there.
Now, how'd you find it? If it's up here and you're all looking down here, how was it found?
We started being smart about it. So we were taking coordinates, kind of deal, like little spaces. So, all right now, I'm going to go here in the bottom and I'm going to freaking dredge for 10 minutes. And then after my 10 minutes where I got it clean, we're going to stop the dredge and we're going to look and check the box just so we know we can find that gold line.
Okay, so you're gritting it out to look for the pastry.
Exactly, we're gritting it out, and that was smart. That was a smart way to do it. So we can figure out, we can map it all out. And after it seemed like after I cleaned that freaking bottom, man, spick and span, there was nothing there, nothing there. And it was at that point where I was like, look, man, I got tired of this crap, man. It's gonna be at the end of my dive, and I started just hogging everything that's right, where I can get to. Just hogging it. I mean, hogging it so much that I almost freaking plugging up the dredge. Does anybody get to that point where they get so pissed off and they're just like, just hogging it up?
Eat it.
Yeah, just eat it all up until you puke. Sure enough, man, it was on one of those ledges, man. Boy, they slowed down the dredge, man, and we heard the hoot and hollering. Yeah, Yeah, it was on those ledges. I just like. Holy crap, And after that, I just kind of said, that's the detective work kind of deal. I can't do it. It makes, like I said, it's just like trying to figure out women. You never figure them out.
Well, nature, she's a mysterious beast, isn't she?
Yeah. So that's just my philosophy. You find gold where you find it, where it is where it's at.
Brian Wilder, American Gold Prospectors, rock jams on a 10-inch dredge really sucks. Laugh out loud. Oh. Well, the last time, I want to get a little bit on this. Last time, a couple years ago when you joined us, you had a little side gig you were working on. You showed us some product. What was it? A laser or?
Oh no, it was a sandblaster.
CNC sandblaster in slate and stuff, right?
Sandblaster and slate. That kind of like that just became a hobby for a while. That just became a hobby kind of deal. Now that's coming up. That's starting to evolve now, and that's with the freaking help of Paul and Wes Richardson, man. Oh my gosh, these guys. These are the kind of guys that you want to be stuck with when the zombies come.
Okay.
So they introduced me to some whole bunch of other things, like core drilling. There's these small boulders and what you can do with them and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I came across in my lap this big old one of the locals here was selling a big old rock saw. I mean, they go for like, I don't know how many thousands of dollars. And basically he just gave it to me for dirt cheap. So
Nice
yeah,
gift.
yeah. So I'm getting all this kind of stuff now. And I'm just like, wow, what can I do with this kind of stuff? And it's just tons and tons of stuff. And as of right now, it's just a hobby. It's just a hobby, and it's something cool to do. I freaking love rocks. I got a house full of rocks. My wife puts them in the closet. My wife sticks them outside. But
I think everyone in this chat room, including me, have rocks everywhere.
I have tons and tons and tons. And my wife just gets tired of them, tired of them. Me and my little girl, man, we just love freaking rocks. Holy moly. So yeah, that's still in the make. That's still in the works, and that's still in the making kind of deal. And it's my plan C, plan D kind of deal. If lo and behold, if Whitewater deems to come to its end, kind of deal, I'd just like to make
right.
I think that would be my gold mine. Those freaking rock stones, man. I mean, if you can make them so pretty, they last forever. It'll be an honor for somebody to find my freaking beautiful rock that I etched out, man, millions of years from now. Like being in some kind of freaking museum or something.
Well, what you showed us that night was cool.
Yeah,
I really like it. I was hoping you'd have a website now where we could go and get you some sales or something. Or I could have had my logo made or something.
Yeah. You tell me, guys.
They use gold leaf on it also, don't they?
Yes. I know, yeah. And the thing is, I think this year, matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making some products with the techniques that the Texas boys showed me, and with the coring and whatnot, and with all that kind of stuff. I'm going to, I'm going to start making some product for the tourist that comes by here in town, and then see what happens. Do we have all the ingredients to make good tacos and burritos? And here in Alaska, we make do, bro. We make do, amigo.
Do you have salmon tacos up there?
Oh, we have halibut fish. Let me tell you,
I love fish tacos too, but halibut fish tacos.
Oh my God! Let me tell you. We got 40 pounds of halibut. Yeah, we got 40 pounds of halibut just past summer. And do you folks know what ceviche is? It's kind of like a Mexican sushi kind of deal. And boy, my wife made some ceviche, man, with freaking halibut, man. Holy freaking moly. It made me fall in love with her again. Holy moly. And I'm not a fish eater. I mean, when it comes to salmon, my wife and my little girl eats tons and tons of salmon. Me, I'm not too keen on it.
I'm with you there. Back in Washington, I had a salmon stream that had gold in it that ran right through my backyard. I'd get humpies all day when they ran, and cutthroat, and you name it, a few other species. And I had a 3 by 3 by 8 foot smokehouse in my backyard. And then I'd get it from the Upper Skagit Indians too for nothing.
Right.
I'd have some friends there. Oh, here's some salmon. And I've ate so much up in Washington that Judy, she's like, oh, salmon. And I'm like, no, thank you, honey. You have your salmon. Let me know when we have some cod or halibut or something. I'll be more than happy. But no, you have that salmon. I'll eat my burritos.
Yeah. That's how I am too. My wife can eat salmon. I think they eat salmon here like three times a week. Her and my little girl. I just can't do it. I mean, if I have to.
It's a good place if you love salmon.
Oh yeah,
definitely, or crab, king crab and stuff. But that's rich too. I could see getting sick of that. When I lived out on Fildago Island in Puget Sound, I'd go catch crab all the time, and that gets really rich quick, you
Oh
know.
yeah, we used to love crab until we used to boil our crab kind of deal, and then that came out
Right.
really good, and I loved it. And then I got one of those Ninja steamers, so I thought like, hey, let's just steam the crab, and that was the hugest mistake I ever did. Our freaking when we first got here, we lived in a small apartment, and our apartment smelled like crab for a week, and it tasted awful. And then none of us could ever stand the sight of crab. People invite us over for a crab boil, and like, no,
You're like, no, kind of
yeah,
spoiled
no,
it for you.
exactly. It messed us up. I mean, we just can't do crab anymore.
Right, Sonny. I'm with you. I don't really like pink sand fish, you know. No, I like good white meat. Uh, Eric Robinson, good to see you, Robinson Prospecting. If you have any questions out there, everybody tag me, and it will highlight my name so I could see it. Very easy. Start writing, flashing your flash, and it will pop up. If you're on your computer, I know most of you are probably on your phone, but tagging helps me see it. So eventually, when you get your website going, same thing I said 2 years ago, let me know and we'll get you on again if I can, and we'll push your website.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I,
Thank you.
I I know I don't have a super huge following, but I have a little one. So
Well, anything helps. Anything helps.
the Canadian hillbilly. Um, Carlos, wildlife encounters besides mice. What have you seen?
That besides the mice, have you seen? I don't know if he's referring to that one time I came back to work and I went freaking nuts, man, when I went in my dang hooch, man, and that freaking mouse was in there eating up my pillow and shitting into my freaking boot, man. Oh man, I was furious. I felt like violated, man. I went nuts on that. And believe it or not, that's my little girl's favorite episode, man. And she loves to see that stupid thing where I went crazy on the mice. But what you call it? She loves that episode. But believe it or not, and this is the truth. This is the freaking truth. While I am up there in the creeks, you think you would see tons of bears and all that, and it's occasionally a bear here and there.
Right.
The ones that sees all the animal life is my wife and daughter right here in our backyard. Every freaking summer, we got bears coming across. Couple of years ago, some years ago, when my little girl was still a little girl, I mean, like a toddler, my wife and her was out in our front yard picking flowers, and a freaking big old brownie just comes in, huffing and puffing, and she freaked her out. She didn't come out that whole time for almost a freaking 6 months to go.
Oh wow.
That freaked her out. We got moose here. While we was away down in the bottom 48, vacationing, my eldest daughter, my eldest one, was watching the dogs and went to go walk out her dogs, and she came across a moose right across the street, and she was freaking her out. She goes, "What the heck is this?" I go, "Welcome to the club. It happens every year. We get a freaking moose that likes to camp out in our yard for 2 or 3 days, and they don't care. They're not scared of humans. What we're scared about is the freaking dogs that wants to go play with them, and then they get trampled on, So it's my family that freaking sees the animals here. I mean, is there any way? Let me show you. I want to show you a funny video. And
okay.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not, but I have this little Chihuahua. I have a little Chihuahua here, and he's about 14 years old. And this dog, man, this dog is like the best thing in the world. Let me see if you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see that?
It's whiting out.
Oh, jeez. Well, anyways.
We can hear it.
Well, anyways, it has this freaking this nice glacier bear that came in and charged my little Chihuahua, and then my Chihuahua got pissed off and started running after this bear, and it chased the bear away.
Oh, those Chihuahuas, though, for a little thing.
And the thing is that and the thing we're scared about is because we can't let the Chihuahua out, because we're afraid the eagles might take him,
Right.
But the bear stands no chance against this little Chihuahua, man. Holy moly! And I wish that you could see it because you wouldn't believe it.
That'd be funny. Oh man. Now, what about cougars?
There's no cougars up here.
Oh, well, that's good. We had quite a few in our area in Washington.
Yeah.
I never really worried much about bears. I made a lot of noise. It was those damn cats.
No cougars here. No cougars here.
When it was
moose. It's just the moose. That's scary. But when it was up in McKinley, mining up there, the main nuisance was those freaking porcupines. Those porcupines will come, eat on our freaking walls at night. They love to eat the rubbers and the hoses off our side-by-sides, our ATVs. They just
oh,
can't
really? Porcupines, huh?
Porcupines, man. Holy freaking moly, man. They were a freaking nuisance, man. Nuisance.
Yeah. Oh, you have a grizzly population there besides brown bears, don't you? Or black bears?
Yeah, we get them all. We get the brownies. We call them brown bears up here. We get the brown bears and the black bears and everything like that. We came across one freaking brown bear that tried to charge us on the truck, and the only thing I was scared about was, oh my God, don't get in front of me because you're going to wreck the truck. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm going to wreck the truck. The truck, that's what I'm worried about. That's what the hell I'm worried about. Those things just coming in front of the freaking truck. You can't stop. You can't hit the brakes because you're going to slide off the road because the roads are all icy. And you can't swerve because the roads are icy. So you just have to freaking hold on and go through them. And then your truck is gone. That's just it. Your truck is done for.
Justin works where the polar bears are. Where are you now, Justin? Gee whiz. Polar bears.
Yeah, man. Those sons of bitches, man. Holy crap, man. They eat people. They actually eat people.
Yeah. Carlos, what was the most spooky experience while underwater? Was that still when you got burnt?
No, that was freaking hellacious, awful, man. I had a little. I think the most spookiest time I had in the water, believe it or not, it wasn't here. It was when I was working offshore. We had a big old the famous Hurricane Katrina. Everybody remember that when that came through?
Mm.
And all those down rigs went down, so it was up to us to go clean up all those rigs. And I was in this rig that went down in this shop, where the tool shop, and that was this freaking 8-foot grouper in there. 8-foot grouper that just didn't like people in his house. And it was my job to go in there and hook up some freaking what you call it, some tools and get them out of there and everything. And I had this freaking light, and that was only showing. It wasn't lighting up the whole room. It was just that spotlight. So you're thinking those freaking that scary movies, like Flash, like holy crap. This grouper wants me, and sure enough, man, right when I wasn't least expecting, man, it literally almost swallowed my whole head. And they call it, everybody, and the thing is, we're breathing heliox, so our voice sounds like Mickey Mouse, or
Right, you're like,
yeah. So
like an helium balloons.
I let out this freaking hellacious freaking, I call it a war cry. They call it screaming, but I called it a war cry. And I was beating the hell out of this grouper, man, because it felt like he had a head block on me and he wouldn't let go for anything.
Oh my God.
And the thing is, I was scared about it was like, this son of a bitch is going to take off my freaking helmet. It couldn't, but oh my gosh, I didn't know what to think. It was going to take off my helmet, or it was going to snap my freaking neck, man. And that to this day was the most scariest, freakiest thing in my freaking life, man. Holy freaking moly, man. And then the people that was listening to my conversation, like my supervisors, you would think that they would care, like, hey, get the hell out of there. They couldn't stop laughing. And after the freaking laughter was, they says, get back to work. Get back to work. We're on the clock. Chevron's paying us freaking money for this.
Well, it's like us on construction jobs, your guys do something stupid, step on a come-along or something, about knock them out. You're laughing while you're trying to ask them if they're all right, just Gold Hunter 77. How does Carlos remain so positive and happy in the most difficult of situations?
Right here. This is my emblem. God, family, and country. That alone is the reason why. You know what I mean? Because that's it. If you want to know anything about me, that's right here. This emblem right here. This is what I wear. This is it right there. Hey, and I just put that little gold nugget on here too, right after the season. You see that?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
God, country.
God, family, country. This is my most valuable thing I have right here. That's my original wedding ring. And I dive with
wow.
it. That thing's always in the water and everything like that, I just make it simple, man. This is it. This is how I do it,
Very good answer to that. I can imagine a grouper with Carlos's head in its mouth. That's crazy.
Tell me about it. Freaking nuts, amigo. Freaking muy loco.
Oh man. So you think you could go back to the regular 9 to 5 after you quit Gold Rush Whitewater?
I think I could. I think I could. I mean, it'll be hard. I mean, shoot. I mean, what's the normal pay go around nowadays? You know what I mean? What's a normal payday nowadays? You know?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I could for the family's sake. I mean, the family would love to have me in the summertime. My little girl, she's 7 years old, and I would think I started this when she was, I started this before she was born. And as old as she's got, I thought it was going to be better, easy for her. But it was only like 2 years ago. She was asking people to give me jobs so I can stay with her, like go clean up go be a janitor at her school, go be a bus driver. She asked the police if I can be a policeman, so I can pick her up because, anything. And I think for her sake, I can do it for a little while, maybe. But
Well, I am sure with Haines being a port town, there'd probably be some type of diving work for you.
mhm.
Don't those guys that scrape barnacles off ships and stuff make
Oh,
pretty good money?
well, I wouldn't know. I mean, I think I could do something else than that. I was I was actually leaning toward doing a CDL. We have a lot. We have this stretch of highway up here that does a lot of, like by the time they get to the end of our highway, fixing it up, they got to turn around and redo it back again.
Okay, so like perpetual highway repair year after year after
Year
year.
after year. Our
Sounds like
roads,
Ohio.
yeah, well, our roads change, You should see the roads in the freaking Yukon, man. Those freaking roads change because you get frost, you get ice, you get freaking movement in the earth, and then you get the thaw. You know what I mean?
Upheave and
Yes.
yeah, I
They
could imagine.
the scariest roads ever. Scary roads. Holy moly. And that's not for the lack of maintenance. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, there you go. Discovery needs to find Carlos his own new show.
Hey, that's an idea, guys. Discovery.com. You freaking write that in. You freaking what you call it, man? You go beat their door down for me.
There you go. We want to see Carlos on his own show. Something keeps him close to home for his kid. Oh,
Oh,
it could be
my
you
my
and your
family be with
daughter
me.
out.
My family
Yeah.
be with me, man.
Now, could you ever have? Do they ever have a chance to go up on the creek with you?
Oh no, it's too dangerous. Way, 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 way too dangerous. I couldn't get them out there safety enough. You know what I mean? I wouldn't allow them to get on the helicopter to go out there. I wouldn't let them to get on the helicopter out there. There's definitely in the hell I wouldn't let them go on the goddamn airboat. No,
Okay.
no,
Well,
no, no.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Lodak has an idea right there. You could start your own YouTube channel.
Yeah, how does that? I have no idea how that YouTube does work, and that's always a freaking plan,
Well, there's people out there that started off like everyone else that are retired from their day job and work YouTube full time now.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah,
do it.
I'll just have to get more savvy about that because I mean, you know who's more savvy about that? That's Mr. Justin, man. Mr. Justin. Justin, that used to be on the
There
show.
could be your channel name right there, Carlos Extreme Treasure Diving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Carlos, have you ever thought about your own YouTube channel? We're working on that now, Kevin.
Is that his name, Kevin? Where's what you call it? Where's Kevin from? He says Canadian, so is he in Canada?
Canadian hillbilly. He's way, 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 way up north, by Atlin, I believe. Aren't you, Kevin? He's way above Barkerville, even.
Oh,
so.
wow. I got you. I got you.
Then this guy right here, he's BC also. He's on Vancouver Island.
Oh, got you. Copy that. Copy that.
Mr. Lodak says record, publish, and get paid. And with your following, there's a lot of people out there that love Carlos from Whitewater. Just bringing those people from TV to your channel. Emily Rydell's done it, and her channel's blowing up. So
now that's a thought. Guys.
And you're your own producer, you're your own director. You know, could even be a family daily vlog.
Now that's a deal. Now that's something to think about. That's something to think about.
Yeah, and like Kevin's saying now, and Emily's doing rather well with her channel now too. So
Huh.
right, Kevin and Kevin, right? See, it's something to think about.
No,
And
sir.
then the wife, the daughter, the whole family could be involved with
Absolutely.
production and editing if you want to get into that or keep it raw. That's the great
Absolutely.
thing about YouTube. And you could even do adventures like to Dawson or up to Whitehorse or wherever out on your boat fishing or crabbing, even though you don't like crabs anymore.
Crab is good to have because you can always barter for some kind of moose or anything.
Well, yeah, moose, elk, venison,
Yep.
you know, bear if you like greasy meat.
It makes a good good morning sausage.
Oh, okay. I can edit. I just need to get myself more content. Well, come on, Justin. Get to work, buddy. Get to work.
That Justin,
We
man,
we know you're a workaholic already, brother.
yeah, that Justin, man, he's a whiz on that stuff. He helped my wife out doing some social media while he was at the Gold Show, and right then, and my wife was taking some of his hints, and boy, she got more hits than ever before. So, yeah, Bear does make good pepperoni. That's what I've heard. I haven't got to that part yet.
I've never had any. What I had, it was kind of greasy, and that's the one and only time I ate bear. And now, if it was a pepperoni or a sausage, I could see it more. Oh, send me down some, Kevin.
No, I'm going to do some bear hunting here in a couple of months. Here, I got a good friend. Hopefully, it turns out well. But what you call it? Who would love to see that? You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not hunting for the sport of it. I've never liked that kind of deal. But
No, you hunt, you clean, you eat it, sustain. You do it
exactly.
right. Do you tan the
Exactly.
hide and everything and kind of get all,
Yep. I
let
mean,
me say this, native with it?
yep, exactly. And every part of that bear has a special purpose. Let me tell you. I'm not one to hang stuff off my wall or nothing like that. I'm never that guy. You know, I'm not saying nothing about anybody that does that, but I'm never that kind of person, you know, to hang stuff off the wall and all that. But it does have a purpose. It has a purpose.
Right. Well, if you utilize everything you can, and no, Kevin, you can't eat antlers, but you can utilize antlers. You can utilize antlers. And Jason AU Colorado has something here. He's trying to tag me on. For Carlos, what is the worst live game you have had?
You mean to eat kind of deal? Is that what he meant?
I think so. Please clarify, Jason. Yeah, you could even do some catch and release fishing, you know, or deep sea fishing or fly fishing or
Any fish that I catch is going in the freezer. My wife and my little girl loves that deal. Matter of fact, in a couple of weeks here, in a couple of months here, real shortly, the grouse is going to be coming out, and one of my good buddies down in Washington sent my little girl. His name is Jeff, the Celtic miner gold miner.
Mm-hmm.
Sent my little girl a pink Red Ryder BB gun so she can go hunting some grouse. So we're going to be going hunting grouse. And
Highland bird's good though. Grouse is good.
good birds. Good birds. So
Yes, he was talking about animals, food to eat.
that's a funny story too. The best and the worst I had was moose. The best
The
and
best
the
and the worst,
worst
huh?
was moose. The best, but we made some, somebody gave me some moose meat and I kind of filled it in with some pork so it can kind of have its kind of, what you call it? It can hold together, you know? And those burgers turned out to be the best. And for some odd reason, maybe somebody can tell me why, 2 days later, man, I used that same meat to make the same burgers again. And it just turned out to be the most disgusting meat. I was like, what the hell happened? Did I just leave it out too long? Or maybe I should have all cooked it all at one time? It just seems like I had to eat it all that day. You know, I just couldn't let it sit for a while.
Huh.
So that
Maybe that was it.
yeah.
Wes, how are you doing, Hippie Explorer? Good to see you. AAA Rockhound, I believe you met AAA at the Monroe Gold Show. He was there selling his rocks and goods.
Copy that.
Let me see. If Moose Burger has been frozen, it will be bad, go bad fast.
That just might have happened. That might have just happened. You know, I didn't freeze it. I just let it kind of sit in the refrigerator, you know, like the meat, because I didn't cook it all at once. And I just think it just doesn't stay on the shelf too well, you know. It doesn't have a very good shelf life. Unless it's frozen and you defrost it, you got to eat it right then and there. That's what I think. I have no idea, but it was a waste. I felt so bad that my dogs had great moose burgers afterwards on the second cook.
May have had organs or something miscut in that pack. It's hard telling.
It's hard telling. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
What's
Might have to go get some food soon. You doggone right.
And if you freeze crab, use a little milk. Yeah, Kevin, you don't eat crab no more. That steamer wrecked it for him.
That steamer messed it up. Never steamed crab indoors.
Right. Do it outside on the balcony.
Do it
so
outside
you
in
could
the
attract eagles and bears. Oh my. 12-hour day. Gee whiz, Justin.
Yeah, man. That guy works. Justin freaking works, man.
Now, I know several people have come and gone. Ryan Cardoza has come and gone. Kaylin Johansson has come and gone. Do you keep in touch with any of the former casts that have come and gone?
I every so often I send Kayla good text message, you know, because I still follow her webpage, and she comes out with these awesome jewelry. You ever see Kayla Johansson's jewelry?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some stuff, man, she comes out with that I cannot pass by without giving her some kind of cred. You know, I was just like, wow, this is freaking beautiful, gorgeous. And, you know, we keep in contact that way. Funny story was Ryan Cardoza, man. I love that guy. I was up in his area last year, and I tried to text him and all that, and we just couldn't meet up. We just couldn't meet up. And I call him my Portuguese brother, man, because he is a freaking awesome guy. And funny story was, he knows Justin really well. They're good friends. And what happened was Justin came up to me and they said, "Hey, Ryan sent you a present." And it was in this Amazon package. And I opened it up, and believe it or not, it was this blanket that looked like a tortilla. You know what I mean? He goes, "Enjoy yourself, brother." You know, I was just like, oh my gosh, man. Freaking Ryan, man. You know, me and Ryan is from the same area back in California. Maybe like 45 miles apart from each other. We grew up in the same patch of dirt. I love that guy. Ryan Cardoza, man.
I met Ryan Cardoza when he was still living in Portland.
Oh, is that right? I love that guy. Ryan Cardoza, man. I love you, my Portuguese brother. I love you, brother.
Actually, Ryan was the guy that first helped me with my channel art, where I got the pan from. And it kind of evolved from there.
Oh, that's awesome. He's a great guy.
Years and years and years. Oh my God. Over a decade ago. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. I love that guy. I love that guy.
Now, where'd you grow up in Cali?
I was born and raised in this small little, it's still a small town. This small one-horse town called Dos Palos. It's right in the Central Valley. It's right, just literally a 40-minute drive from Fresno, California.
Oh, okay.
So it's a small little town. I mean, a small little town. So that's where I was born and raised. And then
I used to have family in Stockton and Lodi.
There you go. It's in that same area. It's about 40 minutes away. Stockton's about 40 minutes away, hour and a half.
They want to know, and some have been saying, no way is that light still at this time that far north.
It's what time is it right now? It's 5:30. 5:30. Pretty soon it's gonna get lighter and lighter and lighter. And that's even though my little girl and me hates the summertime because we're apart, but God, we love the sun 24 hours. We love it. We absolutely love it. When I have my days off, I take my little girl out to the playground at 10:30 at night, and it's still bright. We love it.
My daughter loved it when she lived in Anchorage, but she hated trying to sleep during the summer. She had to totally black out all her windows and stuff because my little Mija, she's quite the prima donna princess, and there's just a little bit of light coming through. It's like, I can't sleep. It's too light.
No, we love it. Holy moly. We don't need no blackout curtains or anything like that. I mean, sometimes the neighbors get pissed off at us because we forget what time it is. And I'm running my chainsaw at 9:30 at night thinking it's 5 o'clock. You know, they're like, shut up.
Yeah, they're an hour behind you in California. So 5:30 there, 6:30 in California, 9:30 here. Moto Mining says, what the F? It's 6:30 in Victoria, BC. Dark as beep.
No way. Not here. It's getting that time. It's getting that time. Matter of fact, right here in Haines, Alaska, heliskiing season started. That means from people from all over the world is coming to our little town to freaking ski these freaking mountains around us.
I know Valdez is really big heliskiing area too up there. I could picture it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can spot them a mile away. I mean, everybody will be here like right now. This is t-shirt weather, but you can spot them. You can spot them in the streets. They're wearing these $3,000 outfits, brightly bright outfits, and from head to toe they're covered. You know, goggles, and they're walking the streets like this. I go, yep, hella skier.
Well, you want to be bright so if something happens, they
Oh,
can
yeah.
spot you out in the back country.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You get covered with snow. You want anything and everything, man, to spot you out.
Maddie's like, I see. Got to find it here so I can highlight it. Something about skiers. I've seen that. I love watching the videos of when it gets crazy and people go skiing. I used to love skiing and snowboarding and stuff. Back in Washington, wouldn't heli ski or nothing, I'd hike in.
Mm-hmm.
Then ski back country. Sometimes I'd be lucky and a friend would have a snowmobile.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they do it here too. They just got to watch themselves. I mean, we have a lot of people that in the past that tragically ended, you know.
oh, it can happen. Avalanche or you name it.
Avalanche. I'm telling you, Alaska is beautiful until it's not.
Well, you know, there's so many beautiful things out there. Say, for instance, the ocean, the mountains,
Yep.
rivers,
Oh, yeah.
like we were talking about before. So beautiful and can be so serene, but if you stop respecting it and take it for granted,
Exactly.
get too complacent,
That's
it
the
could
truth.
end your days for you right quick.
That's the truth, amigo. That's the truth.
Now, I know you're a celebrity. I know you don't act like a celebrity, Carlos, but you are. How often now are you recognized in public? Let's say outside of Haynes.
Outside of Haynes, not as much as you would think, but everywhere we go, I get recognized. You know, I don't get mobbed. Only at the gold shows, kind of deal. You know, because everybody wants to, because we have a common thing. You know,
Right.
And that's just how it goes. You know, and I meet at the gold shows. I meet the best people in the freaking world. I mean, to this day, friendships are made. And but like, yeah, Disneyland, I wouldn't have figured in Disneyland somebody got out of line. You know, somebody got out of a 1 hour line to come over and freaking and ask me, you know, are you? And I go, yeah, to take a picture on the San Jose airport here in California. 2 ladies back to back that didn't know each other. We were in the line for Chick-fil-A in the airport. And the funny thing is, they recognize me, but they don't watch me. The only reason they recognize me is because their significant others, boyfriends, and husband watches the show, you know, and you know, it was funny. And the thing is, well, we took pictures and they sent to the husband, so look who I saw at the airport. So I don't get mobbed, but I do get recognized wherever I go. And it always seems like where I'm in Harbor Freight, people hears my voice and they come running through the freaking aisles and goes, I knew that was you. Harbor Freight, man. I love
Harbor Freight.
God, every town I go to, I have to hit a Harbor Freight and fill up the cart with freaking tools that I would love to buy. And I can't, so I just leave them there. Sorry, Harbor Freight. Sorry, I'm the idiot that fills up the cart with tools, and I freaking enjoy it.
And I leave them.
And I leave, and I don't buy it. Sorry.
um,
Go Predators.
what's your favorite moment while being on the show?
My favorite moment when we're being on the show is when things get hectic and we're moving at 1,000 miles an hour. And the thing is, we work together so freaking long that we can anticipate what we need from the other person without saying a word. That Marine Corps moment for me is when we're going 1,000,000 miles an hour and we had to do it lickety split because the freaking the earth is going to collide with the moon and we had to do it real quick. You know, the countdown is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 kind of deal. And we pull it off. Those moments live with me forever because it just, I don't know, it's just a rush of pulling off that moment in the last 5 seconds.
The Canadian Hillbilly has an idea for you, Carlos. Carlos,
Harbor
write
Freight.
them and see if you could advertise for Harbor Freight.
Oh my gosh. If Harbor Freight let me have my own store, well, God, I'm telling you, I know everybody hates Harbor Freight. They got the worst tools in the world, some people might think. But every town I go to, I have to hit a Harbor Freight. It's just freaking amazing. You can't get me out of there, man. You can't get me out of there at all. I love to take their freaking papers, like 2-for-1 deals kind of deal. It's just awesome, man.
Yeah, you're living the dream for a lot of people, and it's crazy how you went from no work, can't find a job, to taking a chance with this. As long as I'm in the water, I'm good to go.
Well, with all that, I don't want to dampen the spirits on things, man. But it's just me and my family are a good God-fearing family, and it's by the bless of God, man. It's by the bless of the Lord. And I know some people are just like, oh, don't get me that kind of, thank the Creator kind of deal. But that's our foundation of being a happy-go-lucky family,
Oh, there's a ton of truth in that right there. This isn't a religious show, so I don't bring up religion or politics, but
Sure.
you're right. You're right. It keeps everything centered.
For us, it does. And then and it's still working so far. So, whatever works, we keep on going. It's not broke, so we're not fixing it.
Right. Very good. Remember to tag me if you want to ask or get a comment posted up there. Katie loves this Harbor Freight energy.
Telling you, man, don't get me started on this Harbor Freight, man. I would literally, if they put a bar in Harbor Freight, holy moly, man, try to get me out of there.
Yeah, I could see you doing Harbor Freight commercials. Really? Yeah. Everybody, email Harbor Freight. Tell them get Carlos Miner on there from Gold Rush Whitewater. Well, I know you said they won't let you know until the very last minute for the most part.
Last year, they literally came to the cross of the line where I was like, what the hell? What are we going to do, guys? Is this going to happen or not going to happen? And it wasn't until the last freaking moment till they let us know. And for me, it was no really big of a deal because we live here already, so it wasn't much for me to say to the wife. all right, it's going to happen this year again. So I guess I got to put away all the applications that I was drumming up and everything like that. And happened at the last month for the other guys that actually live like, holy moly, like another time zones, man. I felt for those guys because they had to get transportation, get their affairs straightened out. And, some of them might be working, have to tell their employers, those guys.
Aren't the brothers, they're brothers, right? From
Yeah.
Texas.
Uh-huh.
They build, what is it, Fox mining equipment?
Yeah, they got their own side gig and everything like that. But from those guys too, those guys got to drive all the way from Texas all the way up here. I mean, it's just not like
That'd be quite a truck.
They do it all the time. Hold on, guys. Let me turn the lights on. It's getting pretty dark out here real quick.
All right.
All right. How's that?
Oh, much better, Carlos. To Van Allen, what's your go-to must-have food, Carlos?
When I go down the bottom 48, Denny's. Denny's.
Wow, I haven't ate out of Denny's in decades.
I can feed the whole family. The wife can get her freaking salad. My little girl can get pancakes, chicken nuggets, spaghetti, anything. No matter what time of the day I'm heading to Denny's, I'm having that freaking lumberjack freaking breakfast. Lumberjack breakfast.
Or a lumberjack and the Grand Slam.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong. I mean, this trip, we've been gone for 2 weeks, and I've Denny'd myself out of there. I mean, I can't eat another Denny's, not for another year. It was awful. I couldn't eat anything. It had to be a home cooked meal. I mean, I don't care if it was just how should I say, fried up hot dogs with eggs or scrambled eggs, man. I mean, that's what I wanted at home. I didn't want no eat out food or anything. I didn't want to eat anything I had to pay for with a check.
Okay, Canadian Hillbilly wants to know, what's your worst experience with fast food?
Fast food experience. Holy moly, I had lots of them, man. Believe it or not, when we go to the bottom 48 or anything like that, after spending so much time up here, your simple fast food would wreck me and my daughter's stomach in a heartbeat, and that's always McDonald's. And we have to, and believe it or not, we have to freaking gradually get our freaking stomach aligned with it. I mean, it takes us a couple of times around. So last night in Juneau, that was our last experience with McDonald's, and we were pretty immune to it already. So that was like, oh my gosh, that was pretty goddamn good. So
I can't eat McDonald's, right, Moto McDuff? Yeah. I'll go out of my way and find a Burger King or a Wendy's or something before I eat at Mickey Kill Burgers.
Yeah, no, I get you, man. I get you. But it takes a while for us to get used to freaking fast food. We can't just do it right. You know what I mean? We just can't do it. The quickest fast food that my daughter can have is KFC chicken sandwiches. Small chicken sandwiches. That's about the only thing that we can do, and everything like that. But other than that, fast food. Oh my gosh, we ate at Subway for my wife to get a salad, and it literally almost killed her.
We're still talking about food. Yes, Kevin, we're still. You already ate. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm glad you're doing so well. I'm glad you've been blessed so well, Carlos. And I really, really appreciate you joining me again. And it's an honor having you in my house again tonight. And never know. One day, oh, I might be up back home in Washington during the Monroe Gold Show, and I'll head up there, and you never know, I may run into you and
That'll be
Justin.
awesome. That'll be awesome. I'll have one of these shirts waiting for you.
Oh, sweet, sweet. Do you have those available on the market now?
I only have a few left. They sold out pretty quick. Well, they sold out pretty quick, and we had some left over, and then those were just like kind of like freebies for the family kind of deal, you know. And like I said, this is my emblem. And then let me turn this around here. And this is the back. Whitewater Gold Diver, Haines, Alaska.
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna have to order one.
These
Let me know when you get more made.
yeah.
I wear a large.
Oh, believe it or not, we got a large. You just after this show, just send me a address. We got one large left. Believe it or not, for some reason or another,
Oh, wow.
we had like lots of larges left over, and the big sizes that sold out the most was the extra large. Extra large sold out quick.
Well, there's a lot of extra large people in our lifestyle,
No, I hear you.
Travis, how you doing? 403 Prospector. We've had a good crowd. People from all over, coast to coast, Canadians and Australians.
Oh, awesome. If you guys do me a favor, if you guys are listening up here, go to Gold Rush Family and Friends Whitewater on Facebook. I think it's called, you know what I'm talking about? We have our own YouTube that the miners show, that the miners have. That's called Gold Rush Whitewater Family and Friends. Gold Rush Whitewater Family and Friends. And if you
on Facebook,
yes, Facebook, yes, sir, on Facebook. And if you ever want to get a hold of me or talk to me or anything like that, you can you can always write something on there. Be nice, folks. Be nice because
be respectful. Mr. Lodak, could you do me a favor? Could you find that really quick? My windows and monitors are pretty busy at the moment, or I would.
Because I would love to know where everyone that chimed in, where you guys are from. You tell me about what's going on in your life, kind of deal, and that and I'll do my best.
That's your page?
That's our page. That page was made by a Miss Colleen. Her name is Miss Colleen, and the thing is, she made that page up for a safe haven for all the Gold Rush Whitewater crew to join in with the fans, where it's nice and safe.
Cool.
Yes, it's nice and safe and respectful. I mean, it's just no tolerance. I should say there's no tolerance for any kind of mean, bad people kind of deal,
Just be real, just be respectful.
Exactly.
Don't have to be rude and be an a-hole. Colleen Zimmerman?
Miss Colleen Zimmerman.
Thank you, Mr. Lodak, for putting that in the chat room. I'm going to pin one up at the top of the chat. Oh, shit. Beep. I didn't mean click on it. I want to pin it. So it's pinned up at the top of the chat. Take heed to Carlos and click on that link and become part of the community. Just be respectful.
and then when the show starts playing, when the show starts airing, I will be interactive with the fans as much as I can. I always put that stuff on there. You know what I mean? I always put that stuff on there with the family and all that stuff because it's a family thing for us. You know, it's not a job, it's not a business, it's a family lifestyle.
Yes. I have to agree with you, Travis. Out of all the gold shows, Gold Rush Whitewater's my favorite too.
And I appreciate that, guys. And we just do what we can to make it a better show, you know. Not a better show, a better adventure that you guys can try to understand that, holy moly, we are trying to pull it off. You know what I mean? We're doing that American dream and finding gold.
Oh, it's kind of like a universal dream, isn't it? From the dawn of creation.
Dawn of creation. Dawn of creation.
Well, I said I'd have you for 2 hours. I know you just got back and settled in 4 hours ago back in Haines from your trip to the lower 48. Please let your wife know I'm very grateful for your time, and by all means, you, Carlos.
Sure,
I'm very grateful for your time on the show again tonight. It's been a pleasure having you. I'd love to have you back someday if you feel like it. Probably be another couple years. I promise these guys in the chat I'd try to do 10 years of the show. I'm on 7 now, so
got it. Copy that, guys.
I almost gave it up on my 7th year anniversary because it's just a solo act now. But some of my good and loyal members of the community are like, come on, at least try for 10. And I broke down. I love doing it, though. I'm
happy to be a part of it. Happy to be a part of it, guys.
I'm happy you're happy to be a part of it. Everybody, next week, I'm having Gail, Archaeology, and Gold join us. You've heard me say it before. I really like archaeology and anthropology, and really like to get the professional side of archaeology's point of view. Plus, we all here gave her gold fever, so now she's a prospector too. Kevin, Sam, thanks for the super chat. Here, wait, I gotta give you this. Oh yeah, super chat. Oh yeah, super chat. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Sam, if you're still here. Next week's going to be another great show with Gail, Archaeology, and Gold. And later in the month during Open Line Tuesday, I'll get more into events that are coming up in the near future. Carlos, again, thank you very much. Everyone out there, thank you all very much. Until next time, may you always have a flash in your pan. And you know what I like to say, because it does happen. Even with Carlos. Maybe one day too. We might meet you on the river or at Menards. It has happened. Or at Harbor Freight. It has happened.
Harbor Freight.
Until then, you know what I say now. We're out of here.
Tuesday Night Hangout Live. We've had our fun. Camaraderie was strong. The night's been won. Thanks for tuning in. see you soon. Tuesday Night Hangout Live is for all of you. Flash Bam forever, we'll keep the vibe. Catch us next time, let's keep
Night
it
comes to a
live.
close. We're feeling great. Flash Fam is together. Whenever it feels just right. The wonderful guests, good times, and so much fun. Tuesday Night Hangout Live will return very soon. Thank you for joining us. It's been a fantastic time. Camaraderie is strong, and we're built to last. Till next time, we look forward to seeing you again. Tuesday Night Hangout Live will be back soon. Give us a like. Don't say goodbye. Just see you later. Flash Fam forever. Until we meet again.